What is up, guys? My name is Nathaniel Gertis. Welcome to my channel. Maybe welcome back. It's been a little while since I've made a video. I know what you guys are thinking. Where the heck has he been? Well, here I am with some new videos. I'm going to try and drop more videos on YouTube and kind of move further away from Instagram. I love Instagram. It's been great, but I think I want to be of higher value to the community. So here we are today, adding more value with 5 trends to look out for in 2021. Okay, the first trend that I think that everybody should be looking out for, and this is something that has been slowly talked about in the entrepreneurial community, and it's now becoming more and more popular, and that's trading cards. Now, Gary Vee was talking about Pokemon cards and baseball cards for a really long time and trying to get people into it. People didn't really respond to it all that much. There's people who started buying into it a little bit, but nothing too great. I did start to notice a trend a few months back, so I personally started buying up some cards myself, and now all of a sudden we have big YouTube figures like Logan Paul, amongst many others, that are just buying absurd amount of Pokemon cards. And the reason they do this is because the value of the cards is similar to like fine art, in which the values increase and appreciate over time. So what these people are doing is they're buying a bunch of cards, they're waiting for the values to go up, and then they're reselling them at a huge profit. And in terms of cards to look out for, I'm not super familiar in the sports card industry. I know that there's some good stuff going on there. I'm not super familiar with it. What I am more familiar with is cards like Pokemon cards, or actually another game called Magic the Gathering. And Magic the Gathering is what I personally would be looking out for if you're looking into getting into the card industry. And here's why. Is Pokemon has a lot of extremely valuable cards, probably more higher valued cards than Magic, sort of, because there's just a higher quantity of really expensive cards. Like there's 3 or 4 cards that can be worth, $10, $20, $30, $40,000 in Pokemon, where there's only a couple cards in Magic that are worth that much, with the most notable card being Black Lotus, which is around $80,000 for a really premium, nice one, a very particular kind of Black Lotus. Why I say Magic over Pokemon is because of this. Is number one, the game is much bigger, it's much more played than Pokemon. People are actually using the cards substantially and significantly more than Pokemon. So people are actually using cards. There's a much bigger demand. Not only that, there is a bigger quantity of high valued cards. Like if you look on a website like TCG Player, which is a website where people buy and sell cards, or in bulk or single cards. If you look on a website like that, you'll find that maybe there's 6 or 7 pages of cards in Pokemon that are worth over $100, or there's like 20 plus pages of cards worth over $100 for Magic the Gathering. So there's much more higher valued cards overall. And not only that, since there are so many players, people play with commonly 60 to 100 card decks. The most popular format is called Commander, and there's 100 cards in a Commander deck. So people are buying anywhere between 60 to 100 cards online at a time. So even if you have, a bunch of $60, $50, $70 cards, you're going to sell like 50 or 60 of them at a time. So the actual value of reselling these cards is substantially higher than selling something like Pokemon cards, because of the actual demand for the cards to be used in play, and not just as a asset that appreciates in value. So trading cards is the number one thing, not the number one, but one of the biggest trends that I would be looking at if I were in your shoes in terms of 2021. And if you're interested in getting into something more entrepreneurially, or even a fun hobby, or even something to create content around, I would say Magic the Gathering in particular, but Pokemon also works too. Trend number 2 is other social medias. 2 social medias I would not try and get super involved in at the moment are social medias like TikTok or Instagram, or definitely not Facebook, because TikTok, if you look at the search volume on Google for TikTok, it goes dramatically up and it's starting to shoot down pretty harshly. So it doesn't seem like there's going to be a really long future for TikTok if you read it like a trend chart. And that's just what I'm seeing. And then also you can start to notice with search volumes in places like Instagram or Facebook, it's just kind of starting to slope down. So the interest is starting to fall away, and other social medias are going to start bubbling up. So in 2021, I'd start looking out for other social medias that are coming to the table, including one I personally am working on, but more on that later. One big one is Reddit. Reddit has had a strong increase in value in search volume over time over the past 5 years. It's becoming increasingly more popular, and people are beginning to find success by advertising themselves on Reddit. So that's a big one to also look out for in 2021. Right, trend number 3 is shows. Now, it takes about 66 days to form a strong habit. That number has fluctuated with many different scientific studies, but right now it said that 66 days is the magic number for making it happen. So with that being said, we've been in quarantine for much longer than 66 days. So our path and trajectory as a society has definitely changed in how we like to do things, how we like to conduct our business, how we like to find our success, how we like to make ourselves happy. Everything is starting to change, and things are going towards shows and movies a lot more. So in 2021, if I were in your shoes and I were to be a content creator, you might want to build your content and build your brand much more around shows, characters, films, things of that nature, things that are themed shoots or in that kind of focus or industry, because there is such a massively growing interest in these fields. So shows are something that I would definitely look out for. Stay on the hype, stay focused on what's going on, what's becoming popular, and talk about these things to maybe help gain some traction and build a better relationship with your followers, because that's where a lot of interest is. Number 4, we're on number 4 for trends to look out for 2021 is gaming. Gaming is another one of those industries that is growing significantly due to quarantine. Not only that, we have websites and apps like Twitch, which are enabling gamers to make a solid income. Also, I know YouTube has been doing a lot more streaming lately and helping a lot of streamers and gamers make a better income. This is also because people are staying in more. And then also we have the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox that's coming out. So there's just a lot of interest that's growing around the gaming industry. There's just lots of hype at this moment. And so if I were in your shoes, definitely explore what you can in the gaming realm. Learn about Twitch. Twitch may seem big and it might seem like a lot of people are doing it, but there is not a lot of people who are doing it and doing it well. There's not enough people. The numbers of people who are doing it are far less than the number of Instagram influencers, YouTube influencers, or things of that nature. There's a lot less, and there's a lot more room for that industry to grow. So there's a lot of potential to make money through gaming. Look into it. Okay, and the last trend I'm going to talk about, and so many people I know are going to roll their eyes and be like, oh my God, this guy, is cryptocurrency. And the only reason I say cryptocurrency, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just saying, look at what's happening. Okay, everybody who's listening right now is thinking, no, that freaking thing, I got burned super bad. I spent money and I lost it all, or whatever it is. But here's the facts, is that in 2018, there was a huge bubble. Obviously, it flew up in value to like $20,000 for Bitcoin, and then dropped significantly all the way down to under $6,000 for a Bitcoin. And a lot of people got really burned. But here's the thing, is if you look at the trend, and if you know anything about stocks, trading stocks and how things work, there's something called a head and shoulders. And a head and shoulders kind of trend line means that something's going to die. It's going away. And if you look at just up until 2018 and then shortly thereafter, you could arguably say that it looked like a Head and Shoulders kind of trend. Arguably, some sticklers are going to be like, this is not a Head and Shoulders. I know that, okay? But it looks like it could almost be a Head and Shoulders. So a lot of people started to lose faith. But if you look at how the trend is going, it has been creeping back up. I do not have faith that this will become a standard currency. What I do have faith in is that it will become an asset that people like to gamble on, or people like to throw money into and hope that they win. So with that being said, I think that just as the lottery industry has grown year over year for a long time, I think that people will begin shifting to a much more lottery aspect with these coins. Because there is so much opportunity to make an insane income in a matter of seconds. Sure, you can lose that in a matter of seconds as well, but there is a lot of potential there. Obviously, it's an extremely risky area, but if you do look at the volume, that what's called total market cap, the total volume of people spending money on it has been increasing extremely strongly over the past year. It is back up to almost $13,000 for a Bitcoin. It has slowly come back, and it is not looking like it's going to stop anytime soon. So that is something worth noting, something worth looking into. Anyways, guys, so those are 5 just general trends that I would just look into. See what's happening, see what you can do with it for your business or for yourself as an influencer or content creator or any of those things. Just look at what's going on and see how you can use it to your advantage for your success. If you want more information and more data on trends, or you want to be ahead of the curve, I did make a group chat where we talk about trends and we talk about things that are going on. It's got other successful influencers, successful entrepreneurs that have done things extremely well. You can sign up on the link below. It's going to be a Patreon link. You just pay $10 a month. Super easy. Could make you a lot of money. Could make you extremely successful. Who knows? And you can join and be a part of this little club that we've made so that we can talk amongst one another when we're noticing things are happening and things to capitalize on, things to help you grow, and things of that nature. Anyways, guys, my name is Nathaniel Gertis. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to be making a lot more of these videos here again soon and coming back and joining the community once again. Anyways, everybody, have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to your success.